Program lead Anders Nielsen.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Okay, welcome all to the demo day of the Berkeley SkyDeck Europe Milan program. We are here today, and I can see many of you, and I'm just curious to see there's also people online who are here for the first time at the European Demo Day of Berkeley.
First timers, all right.
Wow,
all
good.
All right, lots of first timers.
Extra welcome
all
to
right.
you.
Welcome.
So this program, as an accelerator, is promoted by Berkeley SkyDeck, Cariplo Factory, and Lendlease. And I am Anders Nielsen.
I'm Caroline Winnett, the Executive Director of UC Berkeley SkyDeck. We are absolutely thrilled to be here in Europe. As you know, UC Berkeley's in Europe. What are we doing here in Europe with the program? We saw so much talent in Europe, so many great startups, that we decided to start this program along with our partners, Cariplo Factory and Lendlease, because we wanted to be here in Europe and nurture the talent and bring great startups to connect with Berkeley and, of course, launch here in Europe. SkyDeck in Berkeley is Berkeley's startup accelerator. We're a very large program. We host 250 startups per year. Since inception, we've had about 1.7 billion raised by the startups in our program. And of course, we are part of the world's #1 ranked public university. And what we do, our secret sauce as an accelerator, is to connect the startup founders not only to the regions where they accelerate and investors like you, but to the powerful UC Berkeley network of alumni, resources, and faculty. How many Berkeley alums in the room today? How many we got? Welcome, Berkeley alums. Welcome all those who are now officially friends of Berkeley. Welcome, welcome. Anders.
So, this program we brought to Europe, and thanks to the great collaboration between Berkeley SkyDeck, Cariplo Factory, and Lendlease, we managed to bring the best of the two worlds. So, the accelerator program starts physically at Berkeley for a month, and then there's a few months of virtual engagement, and then we land in Milan at Mind for the last sprint to prepare for this demo day. And there are two other very important partners I would like to mention that has enabled this to happen, and that is Regione Lombardia and Fondazione Cariplo. So I would like to express many, many thank you for those two partners that made this possible. Thank you. And we have more than 750 advisors, both from Europe and the US, supporting this program. And they are a key ingredient. These are the people that are working with the startups from day one to the very end, coaching them, giving them guidance, giving them challenges, a hard time sometimes, and to make them to come to the point that you will see today. So big thank you for advisors, and I know we have a few of them here today, so please raise your hands.
SkyDeck advisors, thank you and welcome.
Yep.
Ask them the questions that you have about the program.
So Caroline, this is batch 17, so how did it all start from the very beginning?
All right, I'll tell you how it started. We got about 2,100 applications for all the SkyDeck programs for batch 17. That was a lot of work going through those applications. From that, we select our cohort program, and those applications come to Berkeley SkyDeck and to the Europe program specifically from around the world. You can see this is the breakdown of applications for today's batch. They're all over the world. We bring them here to Europe to launch and grow, and also nurture them who are already here in Europe. And you'll hear some different accents in different countries from the founders presenting today. It's an incredibly selective program. The startups that you're meeting today, out of all those 2,100 applications, a 1.4% acceptance rate. So we're looking for the top of the top of the top of the startups in Europe. We get them in our program, we push them very fast and help them grow, and that's what we do here. Anders, tell us about the program.
Yeah, so the program has kind of three main pillars, focus areas. So that one is product market fit, go-to-market, and of course fundraising. But beyond that, the big network of UC Berkeley, Cariplo Factory, and Lendlease, we also connect these startups with a lot of other opportunities around the globe. But instead of talking a lot about details about the program, maybe we should share some insights of what happened during this journey.
Yeah, let's give you a little look. So as Anders said, we're a nearly 6-month program. This is really important. This is a value of ours. Most accelerators are 3 months. We're 6. Why? Because it takes time to develop the network with advisors, with investors, and with each other. So a lot of what we do is developing those sticky relationships so that they endure throughout that very difficult startup journey. So just a few vignettes of what we do. We started in November. So the founders came to Berkeley. They start the program in Berkeley. And because they're not going to go home for that short US Thanksgiving holiday, our head of Europe, George, hosted a Thanksgiving at SkyDeck. Everybody had a great time. I think they ate everything on that table. They're very hungry founders. Had a really good time. We get a lot of visitors at SkyDeck, very high level. This was when the Italian ambassador to the US came to SkyDeck. She was there. Also, the head of the SF consulate was there as well. So we're making those connections not just in the investor and the advisor community, but of course the government and the broader network. We then bring them here for the last part of the program to Europe. This is the founders at their cool space just down the road at Mind in the pavilion. They are all happy to be in their dedicated space there. That was kicking off the Europe portion of the batch just a few weeks ago. And then we, of course, do a lot of investor networking. We thought Lake Como was a good place. Investors like to go to Lake Como, yes? So we brought them there, and we had a great time connecting the investors to the founders there. And we have a nice update from one of our first Europe batches. Anders.
Yes, so today is demo day, and it's all about fundraising. And last week, we had some great news that one of the startups that participated in the first batch of the European program, they raised 3.7 million. And so that is a great highlight from Highlight, a French startup that we're very, very proud of. So now we're getting closer to the pitches, Caroline. So,
are you guys ready?
Yes.
You want to hear some pitches?
Yes.
You want to hear some pitches? All right, awesome. Here's how it's going to go. Oh, nice audience. Wonderful. We have the 9 startups from batch 17. Those 9 startups are going to pitch the famous SkyDeck 5-minute, entire business in 5-minute pitch for you. And then we have 1 alumni founder. She's come back to raise a subsequent round for your investment consideration. We're going to run straight through, and then we're going to go back to that expo, and you're going to meet the founders and see all their cool demos and drink wine, right? We have wine. We have hors d'oeuvres for you. Please help us by giving the founders a nice round of applause when they come up on stage, because they worked very, very hard. And then a nice round of applause when they go off. That's 10 times. I think you can do it. Yes, this audience can do it. With that, let's get started. First up, this startup is tackling the €1 trillion problem of counterfeiting. Please welcome the CEO of Distinct, Luca Venza.
Thank you. All right. Hi, I'm Luca Venza. I'm the CEO of Distinct. Distinct is restoring trust in the brands that you love through physical printed encryption. I've got bad news for you. 1 out of every 20 products that you've ever bought was fake. That could be the shirt on your back, the lotion you put on your skin, or even the medicine that you give to your children. Counterfeiting is the largest criminal enterprise in the entire world, and we all contribute to it, whether we know it or not. So let me tell you how it works. Brands manufacture goods, they send them on to distributors, then to retailers, and eventually to you, the end customer. There are additional channels for secondhand goods through reseller or auction house platforms. Counterfeiters have spent the past 30 years integrating themselves into every single facet of this supply chain. The impact is astonishing. In 1 year, retailers are losing 300 billion euros in revenue, and that's just 1 year. In addition, the trust between brands and customers is failing, and brands have lost an additional 30 billion in brand value. Now, in order to solve this problem, the brands have turned to holograms, RFID tags, and QR codes. Unfortunately, these solutions have proven ineffective. The failure rates are up to 50% because they are either too easy to replicate, too easy to hack, or too easy to corrupt. There's a war going on for technological supremacy in the counterfeiting industry, and the counterfeiters are winning. And that's why we created Distinct, a completely new generation of smart inks to combat the problem of counterfeiting. We create really cool inks that you can only see in two kinds of invisible light. Now, that might sound like science fiction, but it really works. And we use our technology to create a lock and a key solution. Our ink serves as a lock that we can apply to products, and the digital reader serves as the key. Now, in this example, we've printed a QR code with our ink. It fluoresces red under UV light. When we add a pulse of near-infrared light, it changes color to yellow. The digital reader is programmed to detect this very specific color change, and it only authenticates when it knows that it's our ink. And this makes the solution completely irreplicable. Now, we could apply the lock at the point of manufacturing or at the point of resale, and we only distribute keys to trusted stakeholders in this value chain in order to protect you, the end customer. We can apply our solution directly onto products, or we can put it onto tags or labels. Then our customers download our app, we send them the unique light source to reveal it, and they can authenticate in a digital platform. Now, once it's digital, our customers can do plenty of things. They can connect it to blockchain solutions, they can connect it to even track and trace software. With our solution, we can help customers and retailers generate 100 billion in new revenue, and we can also help them recover 1.5 billion in that lost precious brand value. Our go-to-market pricing includes a 3,000 euro startup cost and a 12,000 euro annual software subscription, and we charge between 10 and 25% per unit, depending on the volume of products that we're protecting. The market is enormous. Anti-counterfeiting packaging is a 130 billion euro industry. Within that industry, mass encoding solutions, which is what we refer to UPC codes and QR codes, that's actually a 39 billion euro industry. Just in our target markets of the US and Europe, that's 22 billion. Now, the best part is that this market is growing very fast, 12.9% annually, which means your investment period of 7 years, this market's going to more than double. We believe we can capture 300 million in annual recurrent revenue in this high growth environment. So in our industry, there's two really critical elements. One is you need to create solutions that are impossible to copy, completely irreplicable. And you need solutions that can scale really easily in industry. Now, we have competitors that are good at one or the other, but no one can do both like we can. The great news is we have our first customer. We're also actively engaged in several conversations with our target beachhead customers. And we have secondary conversations with potential revenue partnerships in secondary markets. We have the best team on earth. We consist of experienced entrepreneurs and scientists. We've started 8 companies. We've filed 10 patents. And R&D is a really critical part of this business and will continue to be so, as we have to stay ahead of counterfeiters who've proven that they're very agile. And so we're always going to have a core of strong R&D. We also have an amazing team of advisors, thanks to Berkeley SkyDeck, 2 of whom are going to continue on with us beyond the life of the program because they believe in us so much and they've been so instrumental in developing and helping us to grow. So today we're here to announce and officially open our round. We're raising 2.8 million euros. That's going to give us 24 months of runway and allow us to capture 29 customers and 5.1 million in annual recurrent revenue. So come join Distinct and help us restore trust in the brands that you love. We're going to be outside Demo Day, and this is something you just really got to see to believe, so come visit us and check it out. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Luca. All right, our next startup is a brilliant use of generative AI for insights for SMEs in real time. Please welcome the CEO of Pleno, Pietro Galimberti.
Hi. Have you ever thought about how much time small and medium enterprise spend today in accounting, finance, and control data analysis? Insights are almost never got on time, making data-driven strategic decisions extremely difficult for SME managers. But why is that? First, they need to retrieve data from scattered sources, calling their accountant, checking their bank statement, looking into several software such as ERP, CRM, and inventory. Only then they can start with the analysis, using tons of Excel sheets and run complex calculations. Without advanced financial skills, it's extremely hard to perform an in-depth analysis. This results in a time-consuming process with up to 1 week to extract insights such as the revenue of the past 3 months, the best-selling product, or the cash balance expected at the end of the year. To solve this broken process, we are building Plino, allowing each SME manager to take data-driven strategic decisions. Our solution extracts data from business sources automatically, no need of manual upload. Analyze the vast amount of data with a fine-tuned AI engine with unlimited analytical skills, and empowers data-driven strategic decisions 100 times faster, so that SME managers don't have to take suboptimal decisions based on intuition. But let me show you our product in action. Say I am an SME manager and I want to check what are my 5 best-selling products. I easily check them in the Plino dashboard with the support of tables and charts. What if I want to know more about the best-selling one? I use the chat to ask in natural language who I sold it to in the past 12 months, receiving a fast, accurate, and understandable answer. And I can also check the steps of the analysis. How long was that? 30 seconds with Plino. This would have required up to 1 week with the current solution. We are designed for SMEs problems. All software they can find today on the market are enterprise-based solutions adapted inefficiently for smaller teams. Our interface is extremely easy to be implemented and used. There is no need of expensive implementation and learning. It's extremely easy to extract insights. Plino is integrated with multiple data sources, so that's becoming the only interface to access and analyze your financial and accounting data. SMEs have limited resources, and they can't afford many scattered different solutions. This is our founding team. Enrico, Viola, and I combine multidisciplinary backgrounds ranging from theoretical philosophy to computer engineering, finance, and marketing, with experience in startups and AI. And we are backed by top-tier investors from the very early days. Exor Ventures, Invento, and Berkeley Europe already believed and invest in us. In the past few months, we have also assembled a team of advisors with experience in international companies, strategically supporting us in product, tech, sales, and operations. In just 3 months of sales activities, we have secured direct access to more than 5,000 Italian SMEs. By partnering with a growing number of accountants, we are speeding up our sales process. We have more than 100,000 euros deals value to unlock in 3 months. More than 40% are inbound companies daily expressing the need of a tool like Plino. And 8 companies are already using daily our solution to extract insight from financial and accounting data. Plino is the bomb, said Massimo, an SME owner who saves 16 hours of manual and tedious tasks with just a few questions in Plino. Lorenzo, a business controller, no longer has to ask for data analysis to his accountant. His wait time went from 2 hours to few seconds. And Roberto, like all accountants, he has to close the annual report. Now you know what tool is using to substitute hours spent on Excel sheets. Today, we are raising 1 million euros. Resources will be used to fine-tune our generative AI engine by growing our tech team and making Plino more performant in our specific domain. We'll expand the data integration to allow our users running an increasingly advanced analysis. And we'll reach 1.5 million IRR in the next 18 months. So let's build Plino together, the future of accounting, finance, and control for SMEs, powered by generative AI. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Plino. Our next startup has built a fantastic AI agent to help companies hire very, 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 very fast. Please welcome the CEO of Clario, Federico Pedron.
Woo. Thanks, Caroline. Hi, everyone. I think slides are waiting to get in line. Lots of people. Nice to be here. it happens. Woo! Il bello della diretta. I'm actually from Sardinia, if anyone knows. Great place for swimming and also doing business, you know? Okay, it's coming up.
You have to pitch SkyDeck now.
Okay, SkyDeck, amazing place. I recommend if you really want to like launch a company yourself, really go talk to George and Caroline and the whole team. They're amazing. Yeah, exactly. No one paid me, no one sponsored me to say that, right?
If you say more, I'll say it.
While we're waiting, how many first-time seed investors here? Just first fund. Anybody first experience? We got 2 people here. Everybody else, you've invested seed stage, later stage. Awesome, fantastic. Angels. How many angels here? How many angels we got? Lots of angels. Awesome, awesome. How many people got on a plane to come to SkyDeck Demo Day? Nice, thank you. How many people got on a private jet to come to SkyDeck Demo Day? Awesome. How many came from somewhere else in Italy to get here, not Milan? How many of you? Fantastic. A train. How many people got on a train? Okay, awesome.
More sustainable than plane.
There we go.
And now that we've
And with that, now that we've, yes. Now back to the
Okay.
star. Federico.
Thank you. So my name is Federico. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Clario. Clario is building AI-powered digital employees that help SMEs scale their work across the HR organization. Today, you're going to meet Anna. Anna is an HR manager at Wallaby. The company just raised a 10 million Series A round, and her goal for this quarter is to hire 30 new people. That's going to result in a lot of work for Anna. Every time, in fact, she needs to hire someone, she needs to craft job description, she needs to schedule interviews with candidates, she needs to review application, and so forth. At the end of the week, Anna's calendar looks pretty packed, so she needs to get back her time. In fact, Anna spends 40% of all her time in labor-intensive and repetitive tasks. Also, to close every new hire, on average, she takes up to 3 months. Anna would love to ask her boss to invest on a new recruiter that could help her dealing with all this massive workload. But that would mean investing up to 80,000 euros on the salary of a new person that could help her. This is how we want Anna's calendar look like at the end of the work week. You would be wondering how that would be possible. Meet Luca. Luca is our first fully autonomous AI-powered recruiter that is trained to automate key workflows across the recruitment process. Our product is pretty simple. Anna is able to search in natural language who's she looking for. Luca will take care of everything else, reviewing candidates, sourcing candidates across database, scheduling interviews, having conversation with candidates. At the end of her week, Anna, what she will have is just to present herself to the interview with the candidates and move on with the business. Our value proposition has been confirmed so far by our traction. We launched in January this year, and in just 3 months, we've been able to book up to 40,000 revenues while working alongside top recruiting teams from top innovative companies across Italy and Europe. The benefits has been clear of using Luca since the beginning. First of all, cost per hire, which has been downside by up to 5 times when compared in human-only interaction. And on the other side, time. Anna has been able to buy back her time, reducing the time to hire by up to 3 times. What makes us unique in this market? Since the beginning, we decided to verticalize and study real close the problem of HR organization. Our competition has been focusing on the other side on automating several business processes across different business functions, which makes them very exposed to error-making decisions. On the other side, we are developing cutting-edge technologies that are able to deliver human labor quality technology at the speed and cost of software. We operate at the intersection of two massive markets. On one side, we have the HR SaaS market, which is valued up to 25 billion, while on the other side, we have the labor market, which is basically composed by salaries that companies pay to their people. We play at the intersection, which means that there will be a new magnitude order market that will expand into the whole labor force from here to the next 10 years. To execute on this mission, we've put together a strong team of product builders, AI experts, and finance and business experts. We are a team of 5. We've worked together for the past 18 months on a previous company that was offering companies an HR tech platform to hire freelancers in design and marketplace. So we really know what are the problems of HR and of recruitment processes. Also, we've put together a team of top-notch advisors, thanks to Berkeley, that helped us and are keep on helping us scaling our solution on more use cases across different segments. Today, we are just at the start of our journey. Luca is the first of our AI workers that is able to fully automate the recruitment process. Over the next months, we're going to deploy more workers that are going to be able to take on and free up the time, not only of Anna, but other employees across Wallabies companies. Our vision is to enable billion-dollar companies with only 5 employees. That's why today we are here and announcing our official round. We are raising 1.5 million to reach the goal of 2 million revenues by 2025 and develop cutting-edge technology that will change the future of work. So if you want to know more, please see us at the booth later, and happy to be here today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Federico. Okay. Our next startup is ushering in the age of understanding. Please welcome the CEO of Audemic, Joshua Mitchum.
Hi everyone, I'm Joshua, CEO and co-founder of Audemic, and I'm excited today to tell you about our mission to make hidden knowledge accessible. A few years back, during COVID-19, I came across a few different disagreements online around masks and whether they prevented COVID-19 from spreading. So I decided to do my own research, and I came across hundreds of research papers and reports that said totally different things. And I said to myself, how can we possibly have a positive public conversation around the topics that matter when most of the source material is not available and understandable for most people? In fact, research papers and reports are some of the most important information we have in the world. Around 3 million are published every single year, but on average, they're read less than 10 times. And in fact, 31% of them are never actually downloaded. Why? Because they're difficult to understand and difficult to access. With Audemic Insights, we're building an application that allows our users to curate and summarize research papers based on their own interests and focused on non-academics and people who are intellectually curious. With our application, users, first of all, give us information on their job title, the broad interests that they have, and then from there, we go even deeper into the specific subtopics. We're building algorithms that then recommend that research to those users, taking from a database of over 21,000 research papers and reports, such as World Bank reports and government reports. From there, we recommend to those users some of those papers. They can like and dislike what they're interested in, and then they're able to go into that paper and read a summary that's tailored specifically to them. They can also listen to it. Now, why did we decide to build this? Well, over the last 2 years, we've been building an application specifically for researchers that allows them to easily listen to research papers, the full text, and use that as a workflow tool. And since launching that in August 2022, we've received over in 2023, we hit £60,000 in ARR. We're operating at a 72% gross margin, a 1:19 CAC to LTV ratio, and we also have business development relationships with universities, pharmaceutical companies, and publishers. And it was during this time that we came across the problem with Audemic Insights, when non-academics were using the application without ever building the product for them or marketing to them directly. And since launching Audemic Insights in January this year, we've reached over 1,800 users. We've got a 7-day retention rate of 28% on our beta version. We've already processed 105 million words, and we're just getting started. Now, why now? Well, the academic publishing industry is undergoing major disruption. In fact, by the end of 2025, most publishers need to make their papers available via open access. In addition to that, generative AI has allowed us to summarize these papers in ways that can be understood by the wider public. If you think about pre-internet as an age of limited information, today we very much live in an age of misinformation. What we want to do, by making this information available and more widely accessible, we want to bring us into the age of understanding. We're working in the workplace learning and development market, worth over 300 billion worldwide. And from there, we're focusing on the 70 million high-income knowledge workers. And then, over the next 5 years, we want to hit 700,000 paid users. Now, why 700,000? Because we've identified early adopters in the consulting industries, journalism industry, and medical industry as well. And because of that, we're positioning ourselves very much against companies like Blinkist and Masterclass as a tool for learning or professional and personal learning and development. They already have 2 million paid users. But where we differ is our focus on hidden knowledge, such as those research and reports. On the other side of that, there are some tools that work with that, with research and reports, but they're very much focused on academics. And in order to use them, you have to know what question you want to ask. What we want to build at Audemic Insights, and what we want to help people do, is to ask the right questions. So this year, we're heading towards £200,000 in growth, in addition to 1,600 users on both Audemic Insights and the Audemic Scholar apps. And we're on track to hit 1 million of ARR by the end of 2026, but we want to get there faster. And we're raising 1.5 million today. We've already £300,000 committed. So we'd love to speak to you after the event and tell you more about making our mission hitting our mission or making our mission possible of creating hidden knowledge, making hidden knowledge accessible. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Joshua. Our next startup is founded by a former professional runner, and he and his team have built a running lab in your pocket. Please welcome the CEO of Ochi, Calden Evans.
I am a former 400-meter athlete from Jamaica that got a full scholarship to a top university and in the US. But sadly, for 2 of those years, and I was injured. And even though I have the best medical team and coaches, they couldn't figure out why I keep getting hurt. And the problem is that I'm not alone. There is actually 480 million persons that get injured each year. And if you're injured, then you cannot train, so that means you underperform and you don't do the thing that you like, so you're left very frustrated. I found a solution. And it turns out that my form was the cause of these injuries. And research has shown that 40% of injuries could be prevented with better running form. But the problem with labs is that they are very time-consuming, they are expensive, and most persons doesn't know that they are even there, so they don't have an access to it. So we created Ochi. This is my AI technology that takes the lab from the lab and put it in your pocket. So within 60 seconds, you have a full body analysis, and also you just need your smartphone, so you can use it from wherever you are. The way how it works is that you take a video and you have a full body analysis and of your strong points, your weak points, and what you should do to improve. The technology and is based on three main parts: the computer vision AI, the personalized biomechanics and the algorithm, and the corrective exercises. And these are all built with our research partners to ensure the quality of what we do. We have a fantastic team. So myself, I am the athlete that had the injuries. Perrin is the biomechanist that helped to solve those injuries. And Victor is the one that put it all together on the tech side. We are a team of 8, and we have some very, very good advisors, which some are here right now. The sports industry is very big, but we are just focusing on the running performance, which is a $7 billion market. And we are very confident that within the next 5 years that we are going to hit 140 million in sales. And the way how we make money from this, and it's from a subscription-based model, depending on if you are a runner, you are a coach, or a club. Since the start of SkyDeck, we have had some fantastic traction. We have grew organically to about 15 or 16,000 users now. Because of this very early B2C traction, and the persons actually love our product, we have signed contract with the French Federation of Athletics to deploy the product in all clubs throughout France, and major brands are discussing with us now about deploying the product and inside of their apps or stores. There are competition on the market, but what they all fail to understand and is that somebody doesn't just run with your foot, you actually run with your whole body. And they are all just generic based on metrics. So we are doing the same, and as a lab with a full body, the analysis personalized to you, and we deliver this and in a very simple, easy way. So with all this progress that we have made, now it's time to really grow what we have. So we are raising a 2 million euro round now, to reach 4 million in ARR by next year, to expand on our AI capabilities, and also to an increase on our analysis. So today, let's bring full body the analysis to everybody, and I invite you all to come out and try the product, and maybe one of you will have a better score than me, and I don't know. So you can come outside and test. So thank you.
Thank you, David. All right. Okay. All right, next up. 2 social media experts got together and decided they would help companies stop pouring money down the drain. Please welcome the CEO of Inro, Etienne Gatti.
Thank you. Hello. 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 So I'm Etienne, the CEO and co-founder of Inro, a marketing automation platform that scales one-to-one interaction on social media. My co-founder and I, we've been working together for the past 6 years, launching 4 different brands and reaching millions of consumers through social media campaigns. And we're on a mission of reconnecting brands with their customers on social media. Take Typology. Typology is a skincare digital brand offering a personal diagnosis online. And they grew to over 500K followers. Among them, there is Jenna. Jenna is 30 years old, she lives in Paris, and like any millennials, she spends 3 hours a day on social media. She's Typology perfect target. She might even already be a client. But Typology have no way to connect with her. Because social media has become this unavoidable black box, where brands have no way to specifically engage and qualify prospects, or even their own clients. Because social media only allow brands to target group of people via ads, leading them to spend 230 billion euros a year in inefficient and untargeted strategies. And the problem's getting worse, because simply posting content is clearly inefficient. Only 7% of followers are actually seeing the content and getting the message. Ad costs are getting crazy expensive. Just last year, they were up 91%. And many tried automation to speak directly with their customers and their audience. But chatbots are only reactive. And frankly, everybody hates them. Only 8% of those interactions on social media gets a reply from customers. So what if Typology could directly talk to Jenna on a favorite social media with a brand experience perfectly tailored to her, and do this at scale with every single one of their prospects or clients? That's why we created INRO. Our secret asset is our AIs, trained on over 5 million private interactions that not only analyze text, but emojis, audios, videos, and customer and CRM data. So we precisely understand the context and the intent. INRO identify clients and score leads among followers. It then proactively engages them with a cell-driven conversation engine. INRO can replicate the uniqueness of a specific brand's tone of voice and send this kind of message to Jenna.
Hi, how are you? We get new summer serums matching your skin type. Do you want early access?
Now, with INRO, Typology can directly speak with Jenna, can build a real connection with her, and drive an increase in conversion by 30%. And we're getting great results from this. You remember that only 7% of followers were getting the message? Well, now it's 95% of them opening up the message. And in terms of getting the most out of your ads budget, with INRO, you get 4 times more leads. And lastly, in terms of building a real two-way relationship, we're seeing 60% reply rate from customers. And brands love it. So far, 32,000 direct messages has been sent with INRO by our 12 active users. We started to sell to LVMH, but quickly realized that our product could actually answer users regardless of their size. So we're targeting direct-to-consumer brands and B2C startups. We're still in private beta, but already have a pipeline to exceed 200K euros ARR in the next 6 months. We charge on average 115 euros per month. It's a subscription-based model that scales with the number of contacts you activate. MarTech is a huge market, a 620 billion euros market. But one thing to keep in mind is that social media is becoming the only place online where any kind of interactions happens. And this radically changed the way brands do direct marketing, transforming this market. And INRO is shaping its future. But right now, we focus on B2C startups and fashion and beauty brands with followers between 50K and 500K in Europe and the US. And it's already a 1 billion euros obtainable market. Our users have their customers driven to social media and only responding to one-to-one personalized interactions. But current tools either properly integrate with social media or offer one-to-one at scales. None of them do both, except INRO. But our biggest edge is our experienced team. Pierre and I have been working together for 6 years. We co-founded a venture studio building marketing and e-commerce infrastructure for brands, and we're surrounded with incredible and very complementary advisors, some of them being in the room today. We're raising 2 million euros to reach our next milestone, both in terms of tech, give agency to our AIs, and in terms of traction, reach 2 million euros ARR by the end of next year. We're Inro, and we build genuine connection at scale. If you want to know more or see our product in action, come see us at our booth.
All right, thanks, Etienne. All right. Next, we have a very fast-moving startup that is revolutionizing the supply chain in Europe. Please welcome the CEO of Supply, Claudia Sanna.
Thank you, Caroline. Hi, everyone. It's such a big pleasure to be here today. I'm Claudia Sanna, CEO and co-founder of Supply. At Supply, we are empowering procurement management with an AI-powered solution. But let me introduce you the two protagonists of our story. Barbara, a purchase manager from Di Vella, a pasta producer, and Stefan, one of Barbara's suppliers. He's a sales manager from a packaging manufacturing company. And this is the chaotic scenario they experience every day. Barbara sends an order request, triggering an email exchange with up to 12 steps. And if you already start thinking that it's impossible to manage, start believing me that this is reality. It's happening every day for each purchase order and each supplier. Due to this, food and beverage manufacturing companies are losing up to 23% of their potential money due to stockouts event. They're losing a lot of time on manual activities, and when Barbara is sick or on a vacation, the entire company is left in the dark about the last order updates. So, for example, if Stefan, the supplier, you remember, notified that it's going to be late, the entire production team discovers it only on the day they require. They are then forced to interrupt the production plan, losing a lot of money. And that's why we created Supply, an AI-driven platform enhancing procurement efficiency by connecting suppliers and purchase managers. Supply is exactly where ERP and emails meet for the very first time. Supply is directly integrated with the ERP system, and what is really powerful is that everyone can directly access from Chrome, Safari, and even more. This is how it works. Should work, actually. Purchase manager, let me tell you and let me explain how does it work. So purchase manager invites his supplier in the platform, adding few details. Once the supplier has been added, everyone can access and can share all what they need, so contracts and orders. All the orders can be easily tracked through different status, shipped, on track, late. And what is really powerful is that now Barbara and Stefan can directly access and smart communicate it within our smart chat, directly integrated to each purchase order. Thanks to Supply, purchase managers are now empowered by personalized suggestions. We interview more than 80 purchase managers, and we perfectly know that suppliers are not providing any confirmation of the orders they receive. And that's why we provide Ali personalized reminder to get all the confirmation that the purchase manager needs. Also, Barbara is living a very, very fantastic life now, as she can customize all her workflows. As you can see, she can send a contract, and she can already set up all the following steps she needs. So while waiting for the reminder from the supplier and the confirmation, she can already ask for the documentation and send automatically an order request. Thanks to Supply, Barbara and all the purchase managers can save up to 60% of their time. They can easily share information between colleagues and also with their suppliers, and can now forget about stockouts event. And let me tell you that there couldn't be a better time for this. Our European Union is pushing companies for transparent data sharing for net common zero targets. There's an extensive opportunity here for digital transformation. With a total addressable market of 340 billion euro, Supply is addressing a market of 300 million euros. This by addressing food and beverage manufacturing companies with a very low digital index with 6 European countries. Supply is provided through a monthly subscription, of course, as a SaaS, depending on the number of the orders they manage each month, starting from 350 euros per month with the adopter plan. We launched only 2 months ago, and we already have 2 customers. 20 users are already using the platform, and they are amazed about the simplicity of supply. We also have 19 prospects in our pipeline. Supply was founded by Francesco Mazzi and I. I'm the CEO of the startup. I'm a chemical and management engineer, previous Amazon seller, and team leader of Utwin. Francesco Mazzi is our CTO. He's a great agronomist, an amazing full-stack developer with experience in knobs, as well as the owner of a food company and the founder of 3 startups in the same industry. And in this journey, we are surrounded by exceptional advisors that I really want to thank, Nathan, Pancrazio, and Matteo. Thank you for your support. And today, we are standing in front of you as we're seeking 800K to reach 1 million ARR, optimize our procurement model, and start exploring new industries, such food cosmetics and supply and food supplements. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you want to know more about how supply is enhancing procurement efficiency with an AI-powered solution, let's meet at our booth.
All right. Thank you, Claudia. All right. You're about to learn about a problem I bet you didn't know is a giant problem, ice on power lines. Please welcome the CEO of K-phobics, Mustafa Kamel Ishen.
Hi, everyone. I am Mustafa, the co-founder and CEO of K-phobics. We are empowering the future of energy. Can you imagine a world without electricity? Our civilization relies on power lines. But there is a secret enemy, ice. In winter, ice can cover power lines and make them so heavy, so they can collapse. Power outage occurs. Everything can be dark like Star Wars. Ice is responsible up to $55 billion cost for United States and $450 million cost for a single energy distribution company. Just 3 years ago, Texas faced a huge power crisis. More than 700 people died, and it's cost nearly $200 billion. It was Texas, not a northern Canadian state. Here's some solution, a current solution from Canada. They have to clean their line here periodically. It is so expensive. Here, another one from Norway. The pendulum method, a stick from helicopter, knock off the ice. Too dangerous. Here, another one. As you can see, it is so primitive, but unfortunately, more than 90% of the world using these primitive methods. Unbelievable. That is why we launched K-phobics. A patented nanocomposite coating prevents ice build-up. Our solution is the most efficient and 30 times cheaper than the current one. This is how it works. Here you can see a real piece of the wind turbine. The left side is not coated, the right side coated by K-phobics. As you can see, water can easily stick the left side, but it cannot the right one, because it's also for preventing ice formation. Our product can stay on the surface at least 4 years, causes no environmental harm. The best part is it can be produced incredibly cheap. We have already done testing with energy distribution companies. Our coating prevents ice formation more than 94%. It's a huge improvement. There is no other coating on the market suitable. Our first target is Europe and North America. We can cover $2.7 billion markets, and we will easily reach $300 million market with our current potential customers. Our product is highly durable, self-curing, and cost-effective solution. There is no product like us. If we compare the current solution to the K-phobics, they are merely hydrophobic, not super hydrophobic, and also our application process is so easy. It saves time and reduces labor cost. We met 11 energy distribution companies. 5 of them already agreed to do POC with us. And we have been already tested with our product with 2 of them, and they will pay us 120K. And we expect these all companies will business with us. We are getting a great traction. The beauty of our product is that it can be used on trucks, wind turbines, and the airplanes. We cover all your problems. I am Mustafa. I am entrepreneur since 2010. It's my 7th company I have a successful to exit. Here, Professor Büyükserin, he has a PhD from material science from University of Florida and postdoc University of Texas. And we have Emre Gültaklı. He has 8 years of experience in material science thing. And Kayra Kurnaz has 2 years of business development experience. Special thanks to our key advisor, Linda. We are looking for $2 million for seed investments. We will use this money mostly for POC. And 500K already commitments by our current investors. We are K-phobics. We hope that you will join us, the future of energy sector. Thank you.
Thank you, Mustafa. All right, this next team is a very impressive team that, based on research, came up with an incredibly elegant cybersecurity solution. Please welcome the co-founder of Mon5, Roberto Pazzi.
Thank you. Hi, it's a pleasure to be here with you today. My name is Roberto Pazzi. I'm one of the founders of Mon5. We protect your machinery from industrial cyber attack. Every day, hundreds of companies, famous company, but also thousands, millions of little companies are under attack. The cost of all these attacks is over 8 trillion every year. And all these companies together are spending more than 180 million every year just to protect. In particular, they are protecting from a new type, manufacturing companies are protecting from a new type of cyber attack that is increasing by 11% every year. We are talking about industrial cyber attack. These attacks enter in the company through the software and move everywhere where there's a piece of hardware. It could be a satellite, a robot for production, a line, or public or private, wherever. What's the goal of this type of industrial cyber attack? The goal is to stop the production. At this point, they can ask for everything. And also to take out data. For example, the recipe of Coca-Cola is just in the machinery that know how much of the different ingredients put inside the bottle. That's why we created Mon5. We have a system, a monitoring system, 24-hour, that is really different from all the competitors. Because with a live threat detection system, we are able not only to find when something is happening, but we are able to take action, so to prevent and stop what is going to happen, and so protecting the company. We are able to work with all the different type of hardware, so no matter what the company is using, what type of machinery, and we keep all the data inside the company, so could never happen that we are the weak point for the company. The market is really huge, over 180 billion market that we can affect super fast because the product is ready and we already have traction. Of course, we have competitor, but as I said before, we are really different because we are able to work with all the type of hardware, so all the type of PLC, and also players like Siemens that are developing something for themselves can be more than an opportunity instead of a competitor. And we are able to protection. So not only monitor, what we call passive monitoring, but also to take action. How we are going into the market? Now we are working maybe B2B, direct sales to company, in order to have feedback that in this phase are really important and continue the development of the solution. But we are already preparing the really scale up of the company with partner and distributor that can resell our solution everywhere. We have a model based on license, so the price change in based on how many devices we are protecting inside the company. And as I said, we already have traction. In particular, we are really proud to be a provider for Leonardo, one of the bigger Italian companies. And we are already discussing with Thales, the government of Luxembourg, and VAR Group, who can be our first reseller and system integrator. The team is amazing. We have Chu Andrea. They are both from the University of Bologna with more than 10-year experience in industrial cybercrime, cybersecurity, of course. And me and Gabriele, we had a previous startup together. Gabriele is a developer and also a marketing expert. And we are really proud to have Augusto Coppola, who already invested in our company. I also want to use this opportunity to thank the advisors that help us in this acceleration program. So Maurizio, that is here with us, Monica, and Areg. We are looking for 1 million to grow and speed up. We want to plan to use this 1 million to grow in the US market, so partial 30% is for marketing in order to get super quick to a 10 million turnover, increase the team, 3 developer and 3 commercial guy, and keep the R&D with more reverse of protocol. So really happy to be here with you, hope to continue talking. Let's go, let's make some money together. There's a lot of startup and companies that need cyber protection. Thank you.
Thank you, Roberto. Okay, that was batch 17, our current Europe batch. Now we have an alumni coming back with a fresh round of capital for you. Please welcome the CEO of Biomimics, Paola Occhetta.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everybody. I'm Paola Occhetta, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Biomimics. And in Biomimics, we support the development of new therapies for complex diseases. And the reason is quite obvious. Today, there are more or less 10,000 identified complex diseases. But the shocking data is that more than 90% of them has no cure. And that's despite the huge investment of pharma companies. And one of the main reasons is that pharma companies in the really beginning based the discovery of new therapies for human diseases based on animal testing. And we all know that animals are different from humans. And this still causes more than 98% of drug candidates to fail in the process with a huge waste of money. And this is why in Biomimics we develop beating organs on chip, a technology that can bring human-relevant data early in drug development, promising to increase the success rate of the process up to 40% and to cut down the cost up to 26%. And the way it works is quite simple. We take human cells from the organ that we want to mimic, and we grow them inside our chip that you can see here. Then, thanks to the unique technologies inside, the magic can happen, and we can mimic in laboratory miniaturized replica of your human organ. So pharma companies do not need to test their drug on animal anymore, but potentially they can test them directly in a human setup. And with our technology, we refer to the huge non-animal alternative testing market. And the organ-on-chip market, the one that we are developing, is actually the segment of this market growing at the fastest rate. And the reason is quite simple. Actually, a regulatory agency worldwide declared that organ-on-chip are the solution to avoid the need of animal testing in the future. So this is the right moment to invest in Biomimics and in our organ-on-chip technology. And actually, our technology positions us in a unique place in the competitive landscape. So we have a tool that enables us to not only precisely mimic human complex diseases in laboratory, but is also extremely versatile, so it can potentially be applied to many different therapeutic areas, enhancing the market opportunity. And we already proved our competitive advantage in 2 strategic therapeutic areas. Cardiac disorders is one, and actually Biomimics is used as case study by the European Medical Agency right now, and fibrotic and inflammatory disease. And in this scenario, in this therapeutic area, we actually are supporting a clinical study done without the need of animal testing. And in these 2 strategic therapeutic areas, we are starting to validate our business model. So we work and we support pharma companies in their drug developmental program. We engage them in pilot study, then we support them with technology access fee and payment of milestone. We just entered the market, but we already proved the success of our business model. We closed last year, that was the first one, working with pharma company with 200,000 euro in revenues. We are doubling them this year, and we expect to exceed 8 million euro in 3 years from now. And all of this was and is possible thanks to our fantastic team. I have a team that is extremely motivated. We have all the competencies that are needed in bioengineering, cell biology, regulatory, translational medicine, and business development. And we are also supported by fantastic business and scientific advisors. So we born as a spin-off of Politecnico di Milano. Till today, we already collected 2.5 million euro in non-dilutive money from European Commission and National Agency, and thanks to a pre-seed round right after Berkeley SkyDeck. And we now open a round of 5 million euro that will support our industrial and market scale-up. So I hope I convince you that this is the moment, and that this is the moment to join our mission, advance new therapies and stay human. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Paula. Okay, that's it. That's SkyDeck Demo Day. I would like to thank you for coming. I'd also like to thank our key advisors. I think we have a slide up here thanking our key advisors. Please stand up if you're a key advisor, because we need to give you guys a round of applause. And ladies, please stand up. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I think we have your names up there. I'd like to bring up the SkyDeck staff, Cariplo staff. Please come up. We got to give these to the people that made it happen, that made everything go today. Come on up to the stage.
Stop.
I need one more round of applause for the staff, please. Thank you for the staff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Ready? And now we get off. We all get off. Founders, come back on. Come on, come on, come on. Founders, founders, come on up. Founders, yes. Founders in the front, in front. Founders in front, founders in front. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, thank you. Please join us at the expo. Thank you. Let's go. All right. Okay. All right, nice job, nice job. Fantastic. You guys all did great. Good job.
Well done.
Yeah. You can turn my mic off.
If you want to meet the startups and have a look, they're very excited about meeting you.